Alright, hello everyone. So it's been a while since I made a lesson video. So I'm going to make a lesson video today about Easter, and I've done this lesson about 3 times or 4 times now, and I'm kind of getting the hang of what works for it. So anyways, my selfie stick broke, so that's why I'm holding the camera right now. But anyways, okay, so first thing I would do is I would have like, you know, a typical greeting of like, good morning, how are you, kind of thing. And then these would be on the blackboard. So there's 5 pictures of rabbits, or Easter rabbits. So the first thing I would do is I would tell the students, okay, let's sing a song. So I'd get them to repeat rabbit, and then I would say, okay, the song goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rabbits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rabbits. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rabbits. And then what you're supposed to do is you take one out, and then in its place, you clap your hands or stomp your feet. So here it would be 1 clap, 3, 4, 5 rabbits. 1 clap, 3, 4, 5 rabbits. 1 clap, 3, 1 clap, 3, 1 clap, 3, 4, 5 rabbits, kind of thing. So, and then you can keep taking them out and then continue clapping and or stomping or doing whatever. So the next thing that I would do is I would bring out my, I call these flashcards, and those are the words that have an image and a word. So these are the new words for the students, or they might not be new words, but just like a refresher for the lesson. So the first one I would show is this one. I would say spring, please repeat, spring. And then the students would say spring. And then I'd say, okay, what's spring in Japanese? And then they would translate spring to haru, which is spring in Japanese, and then I'd be like, good, and then I get them to repeat it again, and then I put it on the board, the blackboard or whiteboard with a magnet, just so they're up. And then I've got flowers, so I would say, it is spring, it is spring. In spring, we have a special event. It is Easter. And then I get them to like repeat Easter. And there's 2 versions of this that I had. So one is where I have a PowerPoint where you don't need to explain what these are, because in the PowerPoint it explains everything, or you can just use these and then you can explain it as you go. So Easter, and then I've got chocolate. So chocolate rabbit, chocolate eggs. So these are Easter eggs, and I was surprised. Quite a few students know about Easter and they know about Easter eggs and stuff, so it was a lot easier too. And the last one is chick. So I only had, like, I wanted to have very few words because I found with my Halloween lesson I had a lot of words and the kids were kind of like not like comfortable with that many new words. So these ones I think are a good amount. So all of these would be on the board so that the students can see, including the rabbit. And then I would explain what Easter is. So my explanation was so Easter, there is an Easter rabbit. He has a basket with Easter eggs. And what he does is he hides the Easter eggs. So secret, secret. And children must look, where is the egg? And so I would demonstrate it by hopping like a bunny with my little basket. I got this basket for $1 at Daimaru. Dollar stores here are amazing. But anyway, so I would hop around the classroom with the basket, and then I would hide this egg somewhere, and then I would get the teacher to look for it wherever the students are pointing, kind of thing. So I'd be like, okay, blah 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 sensei, where is the egg? And the students would all point in the direction, and the sensei can like trick the students where they go the opposite direction, and the students get all excited. They're like, no, sensei, it's over there. So that was really exciting. And then I get the teacher to return the egg to the basket, and that's how I explain kind of the activity of Easter. And so after doing all this like word memorization and stuff, we do the chicken dance. So I have the song on a CD, and I would put the CD onto the laptop hooked up to the classroom TV, and the first thing I would do, so instead of saying, oh, let's do the chicken dance, the first thing I would do is I would say, please repeat after me. And then I would do the first move, and then I'd wait until all the kids were doing it. They'd be giggling, and then I'd do the second move, which is like flapping your arms like a chicken. And then I'd have the students flap their arms like a chicken. And then the third move is wiggling your bum. And the fourth move is clapping your hands 4 times to the beat. So then I would explain this is the chicken beak. The waving your arms is the chicken wing. Moving your bum is the chicken walk. And then clap, 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 clap. So then I would play the song, which I found on YouTube. I'd play the song, and the first verse, I would just do it on my own, and if students wanted to join, they can. And then during that kind of like intermission part to the second verse, I'd say, okay, let's try together. And then by then, all the students would be joining, and they'd be laughing and having a good time. And the specific version of the song I found, the third verse, it starts off really slow and then goes really, really fast. And by the end of it, they love it, right? So they do the chicken dance. And then next, so this next part, there's 2 different versions I have. One version is with grade 1 students where they're very, very young. And what we do is we get the students to sit in a circle and they play duck, duck, goose, but instead of saying duck, duck, goose, we say egg, 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 chick, egg, 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 chick, or chicken. So they play duck, duck, goose, basically. And the other version is hot potato. So this is what I did more or less with like my older students. I would get the students to sit in a circle in the classroom. So they moved all the desks to the side and they would sit in a circle. One student would have an egg, and then these would be like put away. And another student would have a basket. And then I'd play the chicken dance song, and then as it's playing, they would pass, 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 and pass, pass, pass. And then when it stops, the person with the basket has to close their eyes, and the person with the egg has to hide it somewhere in the room. And all the other students can see except for this one with the basket. So then they open their eyes when they're ready, they take their basket, and they start looking. Now, what the other students do is they will yell and shout either hot if they are close to the egg or cold if they are very far from the egg. So I found it worked really well giving them these papers. That's why they're like a little bit beat up. But yeah, so one student would have hot, one would have cold, and then the rest of them would just scream hot or cold if they were getting close to the egg. And then when they find the egg, they would take it, put it in the basket, and return it to me. And then we'd go for round 2, and then round 3, and round 4, and however many rounds you want to do. So I had plenty of eggs. Another thing I told them was that these eggs, you can open them and put chocolate and candy inside, and then close them and hide them, and that's what we do for our Easter event. And so maybe you can put like stickers or like a drawing or something, and like a treat inside that's not sugar because they're not allowed candy or whatever. So you can do that. I got these eggs for $1 at Daimaru. They actually had Easter stuff, which was really cool. So anyways, at the very, very end of the lesson, so all this is finished, I say playing the hot potato game for about like 15 minutes is about the good amount of time. Anything longer might be too long. The last thing I would do is I would hand this out to each of the students. Now, you can make your own egg if you want, but I got this line art off of the internet, and there was like a giant tag or something right here, and I just covered it with a paper and then recopied it and then wrote Happy Easter. And then I give this out to each of the students and I would say, okay, so in Canada, we decorate eggs for Easter. So here in Japan, you can decorate this egg for Easter. And yeah, so in general, oh yeah, and then these I brought from Canada. My family's Ukrainian, and these are like Ukrainian eggs, but I thought they worked for like Easter eggs too, just to show them, you know, decorated eggs can be really cool. So I showed them those. But anyways, yeah, that's basically the Easter lesson that I had. And yeah, the kids seem to enjoy it. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!